So this video is for people who have just finished a hypnotherapy session and are now non-smokers, so there's no more hypnotherapy to do, or you've gone cold turkey but you're still experiencing some hardcore nicotine cravings that would make you want to reach for a vape or a cigarette. So normally when we're getting these stress responses, we would reach for a cigarette and maybe go outside and light it, and then you get a couple of minutes to just free your mind. It's like a mini holiday, and you subconsciously are associating that fix of the nicotine with the anxiety as a solution. But it's not really, because it's 80% mental and 20% nicotine addiction. So a normal person, when they have a stress response, is they might just naturally just take a deep breath and try and pause the mind for a minute. So you can still do that without responding by consuming nicotine. One of the simplest and fastest, most effective ways to do that is something called HeartMath breathing. You can look at the HeartMath website, which is just the word heart and then math like mathematics.com, heartmath.com, an institute that have been studying the power of heart coherence, which is the whole heart and mind connection and how to reduce stress. The key takeaway here is there's been many different ways of breathing and getting your anxiety under control, like the box breathing, which is something like 7 breaths in, then pause for 5 while holding it in, then breathe it out for 5, and then hold for another 5, and then breathe in again slowly for 7. But it's quite complex. And if you're in traffic and someone's cut you off and you would normally reach for that vape, you want to not have anything like that in the car or anything around you, but you're still going to have to slow down your heart rate, because your heart rate starts getting up when you get the anxiety that you're confusing with a craving. So the HeartMath breathing is simply this. You breathe in slowly for about 5, or it could be 4 or 6, and then breathe out for the same. So it goes like this. Five in, 5 out. Again, in. I already feel calm because my heart, and they've discovered this, the HeartMath Institute, that the heart actually releases hormones that reduce the cortisol, or the stress hormone. And that was only discovered in the 80s, that the heart actually can produce hormones. There's other responses that you can use, which is a bit more powerful, and that is something called a vagus nerve reset. So your vagus nerve is the nerve that runs up and down your spine, and all the stress chemicals and anti-stress chemicals, dopamine, travels down that and into your organs. That's why you might get cramping if you're stressed, cramps in your back, because the cortisol is going down your spine and into your back muscles and making you stressed. The quickest way to reset that is to jump in and have a cold shower. Now that might be a bit scary, but Wim Hof is onto something. I encourage anyone, if you're fit and healthy and able to do it, and you're giving up the smokes, to take up Wim Hof practice, but only after consulting your doctor, because I'm not able to give medical advice. I am not a doctor, I'm a hypnotherapist. So in saying that, there's some other ones that are quick and easy. The quickest and easiest one is to hold the prayer position and just look up. Make your back straight and breathe in. Breathing out. Complete calm, relaxed. Now, that might look weird or impossible to do in the car. The other thing you can do is click this side, click that side, 3 breaths in, and out. 1, 2. That's balancing each hemisphere in the brain and resetting the vagus nerve. Instant calm. Another couple of things I could mention would be if the anxiety or the craving is persistent, you may wish to reach for acupressure point there, just in between the webbing where it starts to get sort of thick. The spot there. There's also where that second crease is, about half a finger in from the edge. You can squeeze there. Instant calm. And also 3 fingers along your, that's really hard to show you, but 3 fingers along your wrist and in between the 2 tendons. There's a spot there, and when these ones are done in combination, you'll instantly stop thinking about what's stressing you and become calm. The other one is the right in the center of the forehead, and the other one in Chinese medicine is the top of the forehead, called the Ba Wei, which is if you were to draw a line from the center of your ears to the top of your head and up your nose to the middle, about there. You just rub tiny circles, and that's another instant relax. I'll leave a link to the emotional freedom technique video, which is a little bit more complex. But if you're a really stressful person and you're having really bad nicotine cravings, I'd suggest maybe even downloading a meditation app, looking at Holy Sync, meditating daily, doing some Tai Chi or Qi Gong, which is really good for you, and becoming healthier. And obviously, if all of those are too hard or too expensive, just do the Wim Hof. You can download the app, you can watch his videos, it's free to do. Have a great day. To your health. Quit in 60minutes.com.au